Hi everybody, welcome to week 15 of my contest prep. I thought I would start this vlog in a traditional vlogger way by doing my hair and talking to you guys. So here I am, Frizz Queen. I did have that formaldehyde-free Brazilian blowout treatment and it works. So what it does, so even though my hair is frizzy naturally, after I flat iron it like this, it stays straight all day, which is amazing. Definitely without that treatment, I'm frizz central all day, no matter what. Anyway, oh, we've got another Sheba wants to come in. Hi, Shola. Oh, that's Coco wants to go out. So week 15 of my contest prep. Oh my God. I've been at this a minute. So I'm doing really good, I think. I'm getting close to exactly 120 pounds. I'm in the 120s right now, so that means I'm fluctuating between 120 and 121. I am doing the thing. I started my contest prep around 135 pounds, more or less, fluctuating between 133 and 135. And so I am down essentially 15 pounds. And I think I've done a really good job. I have been getting DEXA scans once a month. Not that I let the DEXA scan rule my life, but it's just a data point that I can use. And I have essentially kept my muscle more or less this entire time. I think it's been going up and down half a pound of muscle, but that means I'm more or less keeping it. So there was 1 month it said I went up 2 pounds, which was weird. And then it stabilized back down to where it was supposed to go. And then actually last year in my 25 contest prep, I only lost 1 pound of muscle. And I had a very intense contest prep. I was cardioing and dieting extremely hard. And the fact that I only lost 1 pound of muscle according to the InBody was amazing. So yeah, I've been at this 15 weeks. And I have kept my muscle and I'm very proud of myself. Bodybuilding contest prep is different than just a diet or someone that just wants to lose body fat only, because you have to keep your muscle. So it's a bit of a different, on paper they look similar, but they're not. How are they different? My protein's very high. I've been eating about 140 grams a day. No stone gets left unturned. Every day I do what I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to get X amount of steps, I get them. If I'm supposed to move X amount on my iWatch burn cows, I do it. I stick to my diet every single day, except that week 13 where I had 36 hours where I dropped the ball. But for basically 15 weeks, I have been doing the thing every single day and not missing a beat. So I'm really proud of myself. I've done a good job. I am on this video going to be doing a full physique check-in, and I'll show you guys that later. I'm going to do that later this week. I'm filming this on Tuesday of week 15. So I am definitely feeling, though, I've been in prep for 15 weeks. What do I mean by that? I'm definitely tired of dieting. That's not a surprise. It's not that I'm starving, it's just that I'm mentally getting fatigued with dieting. I want to eat more. I want to just eat whatever. I want to, sitting on the couch with my husband, I'd love to have more popcorn. I just don't want to be dieting anymore, but I'm going to be in prep most of 2026. This 15 weeks is just the tip of the iceberg, honestly, because my real competitive season is going to be beginning of July, August, all of July. I'm doing a very important show. July 3rd is my big must be perfect show, as perfect as I can be. And then I've got another show at the end of July. And then I'm probably going to be competing August and September too, I think, and possibly even into November. It's just going to have to see how the year goes. So even though I'm fatigued with dieting, even though I want to be done, that's just not how the cards are laying this year for me. This is a very important year for me as a competitor. And I've already I went into this 26 contest prep knowing that it's possible I would be in prep an entire year. I went into it, so I started my prep beginning of November, And I went into it saying to myself, I might be in prep all year. So just buckle up. You got this, and it's going to be fine. I have my whole life that I can eat whatever I want. I've had most of my life where I've been eating whatever I want. Even though I've been eating to my macros for many years now, it's not like I was 100% all of the time. I'm only 100% all the time when I am in a strict contest prep cut situation. And I'm looking forward to the day where I don't have to be as extreme with this stuff anymore, but that's not now. I have a very specific goal. I would love to be an IFBB pro this year or get as close as I possibly can. And then if I do get my pro card, I want to compete as a pro for a month or two, because I don't know how long I'm going to be competing as a bodybuilder. There is a time limit on this hobby just because it is very mentally fatiguing. Even the Winter Olympics are on now, which are amazing. They're so fun. I watch them all day. I keep it on in the background on my iPad. I just love it. I think the Olympics are fun. All these interesting sports that I didn't even know existed, and the countries going against each other. It's a cool thing to do. And of course, see these athletes is amazing. So bodybuilding is a different sport compared to sports, what they do at the Olympics. Bodybuilding is a 365, 24/7 commitment. It's different in the other sports because our sport is very heavily reliant on the nutrition aspect of it. So not saying that other sports aren't, but other sports are not measuring their pasta to the gram. They're not measuring their almond milk to the gram. They're not obsessed with getting X amount of protein a day. In bodybuilding, we are. So it's a very mentally fatiguing sport. It's exhausting. When you start tracking food and you're like, oh my God, this sucks. Wow, I hate this. That gets easier over time. I don't have those feelings anymore. In fact, my last year, my 2025 prep, I didn't track my food at all, which was crazy. And I did really well. I had the best competitive year I've ever had. This year, I am tracking every single thing I eat, 2026 contest prep, because I really need to know the data. Since I will be in prep all year, I really need to know exactly what I'm putting in my mouth so that I can make the adjustments as needed as the year goes on. Anyway, but it's a very mentally fatiguing sport, and it's a subjective sport like ice dancing and figure skating. Oh, figure skating, I think they get judged on the jumps, but ice dancing. Bodybuilding is a subjective sport. You go on stage in front of a panel of human judges. There's usually anywhere between 5 to 10 judges at the table. The bigger shows have about 10 judges and the smaller shows have 5. And you're judged. And how bodybuilding is judged, if you're curious. So there's a criteria in the way you have to look, because there's different types of bodybuilders. There's women's open, which are big, very extra credit, juicy girls, quote unquote. And there's wellness, which are the girls with the very big legs and glutes. There's bikini, which my friend Brooke Miss Meatless Muscle is, and what I used to be. There's women's physique, which is when they stand like this and like these fun things with their hands. There's figure, which is where they stand like this and show their lats. There's all different types of categories. So I'm fit model, which is a new category that started last year. And I used to be bikini, and I'm judged on the criteria. So I go on stage and it's a first look situation. You go on initially with a group of people. These are called first look comparisons. And you go out with the other girls, and the judges are immediately looking for who catches their eye. And then as the competition goes on, they pick apart your physique and, oh, maybe her shoulders are too big, her glutes are too big, her glutes are too small. She's not conditioned enough, which means she has too much body fat, etc. It's a very subjective sport. And that is also very mentally tough because you work so hard for months and months for a few minutes on stage when all is said and done, to have people like pick apart your physique. It's really not an easy sport mentally or physically, because at least in the more physical sports, you're placed and judged on your actual performance. And in bodybuilding, it's not quite like that. It's your ability to meet the criteria and pray to God that nobody better than you shows up that day. It's tough. It's tough, but I love it. I'm not complaining at all, but I'm not going to do it forever. It's also expensive. My friend Brooke and I, Miss Meatless Muscle, we have our podcast. We've done an episode a long way back when where we talk about the financials of the sport, and it's expensive. So I'm not going to do it forever, but this year is my big year. So anyway, week 15, feeling great. Definitely, like I said, getting tired of dieting. My sleep is starting to get finicky again. I harnessed it a few weeks ago because I was waking up at 3 a.m., which is normal in contest prep because your hormones start to tank because you start to get so lean. And the leaner you get, your body, it's very hard to sleep. So my sleep has been a little finicky lately. I've been waking up at 3 and I force myself to go back to sleep and waking up at 4. Excuse me. But my sleep score is still overall really good, so I'm doing okay with that. My backside, my glutes, I'm really starting to lean out in my glutes. I'm excited to show you guys my check-in. I typically don't show my back shot, my glutes, on the internet. It's kind of a personal choice. I know that everything I post is going to be on the internet forever, and I don't necessarily want my glutes out and about on the internet all the time. So not that I'm a prude or anything, I just don't need my butt out there, but I might show it this week. Well, let's see what happens as I get closer. But because I'm showing the muscular development, it's not a thirst trap. So my glutes, my back shot's really starting to come in, and I can see it in the mirror because I check every morning, and also at my dog park where the bench is concrete, it's over the past few days, it's been painful to sit. So that means that I'm losing the fat on my glutes and it's just starting to be pure muscle and bone. I hate to sound like so creepy, but that's what it is. And so that's been happening. So I am leaning out, I'm doing the thing. I'm still 5 to 10 pounds away from how lean I need to be this summer, believe it or not, but I am getting close to being ready for a regional show. So that is a big long-winded update for how I'm feeling and doing. I'm doing fine. Just getting a little bit tired of the dieting, but like I said, I knew this was going to be me at the beginning of the process, and I've just accepted that this is how it's going to be for the next few months. And I know lots of food freedom and yumminess are waiting for me at the end of the finish line. Not that my food isn't yummy, it's just not being able to eat what I want, whatever, whenever. So let's get to a physique check-in. I'm filming this on Tuesday. I'm not going to do it today. This will be in a few days from now. I'm waiting for my tan to come in the mail, and I'm going to show you guys that too. So we'll do that in a few days. And so guys, thank you so much for tuning into my vlogs and your comments and your messages. It means so much. And I've been enjoying doing these vlogs. It's just like a great diary for me, and I like that I inspire people and educate a little bit along the way. All right, see you soon. Before we do the physique check-in, I thought I would show you guys the difference between what I eat and my husband eats. So me, Belinda, I am in bodybuilding contest prep, as you all know, and my husband is vegan as well. He does not eat as much protein as me because he has a genetic kidney condition, but he does eat very healthy. I'm the chef of the family. I prepare all the food here. He doesn't track his food. He doesn't even probably know what his macros or his calories in a day, but I know because I manage everything. So he's an active vegan. He gets a lot of steps every day for the most part. He's more sedentary during the week when he's working, but he makes up for it on the weekend. He spends hours on the treadmill walking on the weekend, and he lifts weights a few times a week. He has very high muscle mass. He's been lifting weights for 30 years. So he does need quite a bit of food to retain his muscle. So he eats a macro-friendly profile, but not as rigid as me. So let's show an example here. So I prepared the fava bean soy-free tofu. So this is me here. I've got air fryer fava bean tofu and green beans, and I will eat this with a carb. I'll decide the carb at the moment. So these are meal prepped for me. And then he, from the same block of tofu, because this is a third of the pack of tofu and here's the other third. So he has a third of a pack of tofu here. And inside of here, this is that Daya garlic and herb mac and cheese with lots of broccoli on top. So that's the difference, where I'm eating the less processed version and he's eating a bit more yummy with fat, more fat in it. And then this is a meal I make for him a lot, just rice, tons of veg. He's got green beans, broccoli, and this is just daring chicken, 1/3 of a pack. So that's just an example of how he's a healthy vegan. He eats definitely on the healthier side, but he doesn't have to track his food. He doesn't have to worry about any of that because he is not shooting for optimal, crazy, super lean body composition. He's just a normal guy doing his thing, staying fit, staying healthy. And that's the goal for everybody, right? Is over time, the more muscle you build, you don't have to worry about tracking and your food so much and what you eat every day. Over time, I would love that everybody learn what their typical day of eating looks like and what's sustainable for them. Listen, last year I didn't even track my food at all. And I got to stage, I looked great because I know what my nutritional profile looks like. I don't have to necessarily track it. And as long as I eat those 3 meals a day, a few snacks or 3 meals, a smoothie and some snacks, make sure I get 25 to 40 grams of protein a few meals a day. That's all you really have to do, guys. You don't have to overthink this stuff. But of course, when you're in contest prep like me and every single thing you put into your mouth matters, that's a little bit different. But yeah, I thought you guys would like to see the difference of healthy, fit vegan who's not worrying about crazy body composition versus Belinda, super strict contest prep. And so, all right, let's go on to that physique check-in I promised. All right, everybody, we have reached the point of contest prep where I have to put on a tan in order to see what I'm working with here. So this is one of the most annoying parts of contest prep because this tan process is such a pain. It's going to take me 20 minutes to put it on, and I have to sleep in dark clothing, long sleeve, and then wash it off in the morning. It smells. It's just such a pain, but when you get to this point in the fat loss process, you have to see what you look like. And this paley skin isn't going to show much muscle definition. So I am using the Pro Tan Competition Color, and this is a base coat that you can use for stage. And so I pour it into a bowl. Let me shake it a bit more. I pour it into a bowl. And then I put it all over myself, and I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit. So this is what the color looks like now. All right, oh, it stinks. And you know what? It smells like a bodybuilding competition. All right, I'm gonna get started on this. I have to get naked and do it. So I'll show you guys what some of my body parts look like in a little bit. So you could see I haven't done this shoulder yet. And this shoulder I have one coat on. So this is such a pain. I can't even tell you. Here are my arms. This one is tanned and this one's not tanned. Crazy, right? Wild. Okay, the tan is all on, and now I have to sleep in it. And then in the morning, I wash it off. Good times. Hi guys, it's check-in day. So I actually already did my first few rounds of posing because when I use my measurement tools now, it's going to rip off some of the tan. So let me actually plug in now and show you guys what I look like. So I'm really happy with this check-in today. Let me show you guys a little bit here with this view, what I look like. So should I go at the camera? And I'm not gonna show my back shot for a few reasons. I don't love showing my back shot on the internet in general. Back shot means my glutes. And then also putting this tan on has been very helpful because what happens when you put the contest prep tan on? If you have any type of psoriasis or skin issues, it sticks to the tan. So because they're different textures of your skin, the tan needs to go on smooth skin. That's why actually in bodybuilding, skin quality is super important, something that non-competitors don't even realize, that our skin quality is super important because the tan will show any imperfections. So I've got some psoriasis on my elbows that I didn't realize I have, and I have my residual plaque psoriasis from my Crohn's disease all around my backside. So I didn't even realize that. I couldn't see it because I'm so pale. And the reason I have that is because after I broke my foot, so I have Crohn's disease, autoimmune disease, after I broke my foot, my immune system obviously was totally freaked out. And I had a horrible flare like that whole first week of the break. And I had all of these skin issues happen too from it. It's part of the disease. And I knew I was getting some plaque psoriasis on my behind because I could feel it obviously, but everything's gotten better. So I didn't realize the scarring is maybe not even scarring, but like some of it is still there. So I'm gonna have to start my prescription Crohn's plaque psoriasis steroid cream today. So hopefully, usually that clears everything up quickly. So I'm praying that that works. And when I do, I'm gonna put a tan on again in probably 2 weeks after I get back from a Philadelphia trip to visit family. After that trip, I'm gonna do another check-in. I will put on the tan. That will have given the steroid cream like 2 weeks to work. So hopefully it's gonna clear up my back shot. Anyway, that's enough about my medical issues. Just letting you know that it's not all fun and games all the time. So, and real life happens to all of us. So the scale is under 120 pounds. I'm stoked, man. I knew the scale was gonna drop after my period. I just knew it. So I'm 118.2 pounds today. Let's see what this waist is looking like. So this is a fat caliper machine pincher, and this is something we use in bodybuilding, and you measure your underarm and it pinches the body fat. And this is helpful because this is more telling than the scale because I can really see when I'm getting close to being ready for stage. Wow, I've lost some body fat since the last time I did this a few weeks ago. That is for sure. So you start with your tricep, and then you do the superiliac, which is this waisty measurement here, 7. So that waist measurement, the fat around my waist, that needs to be close to 0 before I'm ready for stage. So let me show you guys again. So this measurement, this one right here, the fat that's here, this has to be close to 0 before I'm ready for stage. And it's at 5-ish, 5.5. So I still have a few weeks to go for sure. So I'm not gonna be ready to compete in March, especially when I've got that psoriasis issue on my backside. So I am really happy with this check-in today. I'm gonna plug everything into my Excel sheet and just see if I wanna change anything. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna change anything today. Really, I think I'm just gonna keep doing the thing. I don't think I'm gonna drop my food. I am traveling in a few weeks, so I think I just wanna keep holding steady till my travels and then see what happens after my trip. It's looking like I'm gonna compete. If things hold steady as they are now, I think I will be ready for that early April show, but I'm not gonna pressure myself if maybe the trip that I go on takes too much of a toll on me, maybe my skin needs a bit more help to heal, then it's looking like May. But I do think I'm gonna be ready for that April show. So I am super happy with today's check-in, and thanks guys for following along on my journey, and I hope that me being real with you and showing you all the things is super helpful. Even if you're not a competitor and you're just like a gym chick and a body composition girly working on building muscle and cleaning up your nutrition and all of that stuff, it's still a bodybuilder-esque lifestyle if you prioritize these things, but I just take it to the next level by being a competitor. So I hope you've enjoyed and have a great day, and I'll see you on here for week 16. Bye.